the channel. I hope you are having the most magical day. I am here at my favorite cafe in town. Thought I would sit down with you and give you guys a little life update. What's going on? Most of the cafes and shops have been closed since November here in Corsica, and I have to say it's quite isolating living on this island, and I'm ready to move away. I will share more details with you as they unfold, but it's really a welcome sight to see more people opening their doors again and having a cafe outside, and just seeing more people outside walking around. Every joyous season has its storms, but all things soon pass. All things in life come to a close, and everything has an ending at some point. But every new ending is the hope of a new, fresh beginning. My days this winter have mostly consisted of writing my book every single day. It's been the most amazing process writing this book, and it has been so healing for my heart, and just putting all of my love and attention and time into this work. My book is a vessel for all the things I've learned on my slow living journey, all the things that I've implemented and taken into my life, and I'm so excited. It's going to be published and coming out next spring, and you can get a physical copy of it, and with all my photographs and my France photos, and I'm so excited. I will be sharing more with you as it comes out, but I've also spent a lot of this year doing shadow work, clearing blocks and limiting beliefs that have been really holding me back. Fears that have stopped me from shining fully as myself. I had a really hard time sleeping last night. I don't know if you ever experienced this, where it's like by the time nighttime falls and it's like really late at night and you can't sleep, sometimes you start overthinking things, and I don't know, your resilience diminishes from the day. And I was feeling that last night, and usually I'm a night owl, so I stay up really late, but I didn't want to work, I wanted to sleep, and because my biological clock naturally is nocturnal, I had a really hard time sleeping. And when you're just sitting there in bed and you can't sleep because you're not tired, really, your brain won't shut off. You can start thinking, and your mind goes in spirals, and you start thinking, like overthinking things, and all the fears come up, and it's just kind of a hard night last night. So feeling a lot better. I woke up feeling a lot better. Sometimes sleep is like the best medicine, honestly. I took a hot bath in the morning, and now we're here in the forest at the lake, and it's so quiet. It's just so nice to be in nature. So peaceful. I love it. Nature is the best medicine. Sunshine is so good for the soul. In a world where everyone is trying to fit in, it takes immense courage to be yourself and to do what you want to do. It takes immense courage to just be who you are in a world where everyone wants to belong. Everyone wants to be part of a group, to fit in. To do the opposite and to allow yourself to stand out it's been a part of my shadow that I've been healing and working through this winter. To embody your truest self is, I believe, the definition of living fully and living free. Living a free-spirited life is really being who you are and being unapologetic about it. Most of this inner work has been done through meditation, journaling, tapping, and silence. Silence has been my treasured companion this season. It's especially needed in seasons of healing, when we're working through trapped emotions and working through our ancestry and releasing old patterns from our childhood. That silence is essential, and it's necessary for those on a healing journey. Alex and I will be here in Corsica for 2 more months as we finish and close this chapter of our lives. I have much more to share with you, and I'm really excited to take you on the journey through these story type films again. I've really missed these. I've really missed making story videos, and so I'm really excited to take you on the journey this summer as we live in different parts of France and see where the road takes us. Something I've been really reminding myself of lately is to remember to fall back in love with the process. I've been really reminding myself through journaling and just through EFT tapping. You guys know I love EFT tapping. But just reminding myself to really love every step of the process, to fall in love with the journey of it all, to fall in love with each step of the video creation, the writing, the photography, the editing, just falling in love with the steps. And I've fallen in love with it again. And I think all creatives, anyone out there who's a creative in some capacity, it doesn't have to be photography or filming, it could be, knitting or painting or working with crafts, anything, even baking. Good things take time. So many of us want to rush through everything and just get to the finish line and just get to the good stuff, get to the results. But often the best things in life take time. They need to ripen. They need to bloom, and that takes time. It's like growing a baby or tending to a garden or making an amazing tiramisu or chocolate mousse. Like, there are a lot of steps involved in those things, and those things don't happen overnight. The best things in life take time, and they take evolvement and that blooming process. It takes time. And so for me, I've been really reminding myself of that currently in my own life, is remembering the journey, remembering the process, and falling back in love with the process has been really great. I feel so good. I feel so... And I don't know what it is, but there's something about this vest, guys. Like, this vest, do you guys see how shiny this is? It's like shiny, beautiful metallic plastic. And I don't know what it is about this color and like bright neon pink lipstick. Yes. I don't know what it is about it. It is amazing how a simple outfit change, how a simple vest, a simple hat can make you feel like the world is your oyster. Clothes, outfit, style, lipstick. Oh my goodness. I don't know what it is, but this vest, I feel like I can do anything in this vest. So the thing to know about Corsica, about where I live, is that here on the island, Corsica is seasonal living, meaning the island is pretty much shut down, like closed, like everything's kind of empty and deserted from November to April. And the people that live here, they rent their apartments and their houses out seasonally. So from about October to June, that's when you can rent an apartment for the year. And so most of the apartments here, you can't rent them the whole year long. You always have the summers where you have to leave and you have to give up your place, and another family or tourists come in and then they rent out the apartment. So because they do that, Alex and I always have to leave our apartment or house every summer. Like, we have to leave because they want to quadruple the rent or triple the rent, and like it's just not worth paying that kind of money to stay in Corsica when there's no reason to be here. My husband's a teacher, and so he works, September to May, and then the whole summer he has off. And so Alex and I, every summer, we leave Corsica and we travel around Europe. We did this last summer. We packed up our car Pearl. We put all of our stuff in boxes in a storage unit, and it's actually a lot cheaper to just pack up everything in the car and rent an Airbnb for 5 weeks. So it's really cool because we get to like experience all these places, and we get to travel, which was the whole point of why we wanted to move to Europe, was to like really travel and see lots of different places in Europe. And so we're gonna do that again this year. We're gonna pack up all of our stuff, put it in storage again, take Pearl over to the mainland, the French continent, and we're gonna be living in Montpellier for 5 weeks. We're gonna be living in Toulouse for 5 weeks. And then we're also gonna head up to the mountains in France and hike Mont Blanc. Something I've really realized
about myself lately, and I feel like I've always known this, but it's become very clear, is I want to live an unconventional life. Like, I really do. I don't have any interest in doing this standard book of life of, you know, you get married, you have kids, you buy a house, you get a normal stable job, and you live that forever. You know, that's not my heart, and that's not my dream. I want to see the world. I want to travel and see, and specifically I want to live in different places. I don't want to just travel to places, because I don't know, for me, just travel for the sake of travel is quite boring. It's kind of like just checking off lists of things to do, and it's so short and you kind of rush through everything. For me, my heart is really in living in different places in the world. I want to move to Asia. I want to live in, oh my gosh, I want to live in Sri Lanka for a few months. There are just so many new places I've always wanted to go to, that I've always felt a deep calling in my heart towards, like Sri Lanka. But then there are new places, you know, like India, I really want to see, and I want to go to Japan. Like, Japan is so up there on my list. Alex and I have always dreamed of living in Japan for a year. Him teaching English, me maybe getting a holiday work visa in New Zealand while he's in Japan, but we've always had dreams to do that, and it's been stalled because he keeps getting jobs in France, and so we end up staying in France. But I feel like there's no limit. I just feel like there's no limit, and there's so many places I want to live in, and so many places I want to film and write about, different cultures, and I love living in France, and I'm so happy here. But I also am so eager for more, and I'm eager to experience more places that have completely different cultures and completely different languages and completely different ways of thinking about life. I just feel like the sky's the limit, you know? And something I've really realized about myself is I want to travel less, but I want to live in places more. And so that's why we're going to be living in Montpellier for 5 weeks this summer, and we're going to be living in Toulouse for 6 weeks this summer. And I'm just really excited. I'm really, really excited about all the new places to see, the trees, the different plant life, the different flowers, the different people, the different languages, all the different sounds. I'm done with small thinking. I really am. I'm done thinking small.
As mentioned earlier, the best things in life take time. Tend to your garden. Nurture yourself. Polish your sparkle. And slowly take your time. I'm right here cheering you on, dear kindred spirit.